Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Crane Atlanta Mentorship. And in this video, I'm going to talk about how to create the best outcomes for your customers. So a lot of times I see that one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of people make is they use their profession or job and use it as a platform to kind of belittle their customers because they think in order for them to be a professional or be paid that they have to know that they know more than their customer. And so one of the things that I see is like amateur hour mistakes is that they use their position to belittle the person who's actually paying them, which is kind of sad, right? So here's the thing, your job, right? I'm going to talk about your job as a professional in order to create the best outcome for your clients is if your customer or client doesn't do what they're supposed to do, can you still create a successful outcome, right? So can you still do that? And a lot of people cannot. A lot of people cannot. So let's say you're a landlord, right? Let's say you're a landlord and your tenant doesn't pay rent. Can you still create a successful outcome? Or from that failure, can you plan so that this never happens again? Hint, hint, lease option. So that's one example. Another example is if you're a tutor, right? And you're tutoring kids or students or whatever. Let's say they didn't come into your tutoring session having studied the material. Can you still create a successful outcome, right? And I've been tutoring kids for a long time. And to be honest, when I tutored, I never cared if they actually studied the material because I'm so experienced in, you know, just being able to teach. And if you never looked at the material at all, who cares, right? Because I want to make sure that, the worst case scenario is that you didn't look at it at all, and I'll still get you out the door to be successful. Best case scenario is that, you're very studious and, you looked at the material and you practice over and over again, right? Now, here's the thing that what you make sure what you do not do, right? This is like amateur hour number, top of the amateur hour of what you should not do. Blame your customer for any undesired outcome. So think about this. Like I remember my bad experiences as a student where like I wasn't getting the material, right? And then I felt like if I asked questions, I'd be belittled. And then, they assign me homework, but I don't want to do it because it's just like a source of negativity. And then if I don't do that, then it's kind of becomes this negative emotional spiral loop. And then, I get harassed about, oh, I didn't do the homework, so there must be something wrong with me. Again, that's amateur hour, right? You don't blame your customer for any desired outcome. So if you have any undesired outcome, you plan for the next time to make sure that it doesn't happen, right? So if your tenant's not paying rent, figure out a system how to incentivize them to pay the rent, right? Hint, hint again, lease option. So things like that. Again, number one thing you never do, which is what I never do. I never blame a customer for any desired outcome, right? It's more about creating an incentive structure for them so that, even if they didn't do what they're supposed to do, they felt happy that they were able to work with you, right? And your desired result is if the worst case scenario, now let me put worst case scenario right here. Your customer learns to blame his or herself, right? And I've heard this a lot of times before where clients have worked with me, they didn't do anything that they were supposed to do. And frankly, I don't really care. And they would say things like, I know that it was me who didn't do what I was supposed to do. And it was an honor to work with you, right? It's just about your tone and your language and how you make them feel while working with you. It's not about, how smarter you are. And again, don't use your profession or title as a platform to belittle other people. So because you're insecure and you think in order for you to be paid that you have to make it known to your client that you know more than them, right? Totally um is a I don't know if it's an old school mentality, but it's a wrong school mentality, right? Totally amateur hour. That's the topic of the day, amateur hour. All right. So this is Crane Atlanta Mentorship. If you have any questions, comments, leave them below. If you're interested in joining our group, go ahead and click the Google form link below and submit it, and then we'll set up a one-on-one Zoom call. All right. So I don't have anything else for today. Have a great day, and we will speak next time.